version in verse 5. The abbreviated.
Hey guys. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, whatever. Whew. The eyes are a telltale sign to the heart and to the body. And Gina said this was ColourPop. Gina Pearson, my makeup expert. The girl knows how to buy some expensive stuff and how to use it. So, Gina, my request stands. Tell us, and I'm just telling you, my eyes look bad. So, Gina, keep us up to date on the best high-end skincare and products to use for those of us who don't know one thing from another. I am using IT Cosmetics moisturizer on my face, but I haven't been using the eye cream. It's pretty obvious. And Lancome at night. So, but I know Gina's really big into good facial products. So, hey guys. Good morning. Did I just jump into a infomercial for Gina Pearson? YouTube, especially if you're doing Weight Watchers, you're going to want to watch her. I don't watch all of her Weight Watcher videos, but I like it because she goes into other things too as well. So I requested on one of her last videos to give us an update on the latest, newest, greatest products. The headache, the jaw ache is horrific this morning. Let's just lay it out there. It's not good. Yeah, we got some baby goats out in this field and they are so cute. They have a big daddy goat that I'm afraid of. He gets loose, but then he jumps back in the fence. But I want to stop by there and film those baby goats because when they jump, their whole body jumps up and they are the cutest things. And then a guy down here, he has a pasture and they have baby, they have baby cattle, they have calves. I think baby cattle is called calves, if I'm not mistaken. But I used to think the dark cows gave chocolate milk and the white cows gave white milk. That's what my mama told me, and our daddy would fuss because that was lying. Oh dear Gussie, we won't get into that right now. So anyway, the headache is about a 6 or 7. I'll see the neurologist next week. But update on the ultrasound, on the nodules, on my thyroid. Okay? Update. Got very nervous yesterday because I felt like it took her a long time. And she went all the way across my neck. I don't know how big your thyroid is. I know it kind of sits here, doesn't it? I don't know. But very nice, very dark room, comfortable, laying there, could have gone to sleep if I hadn't been a little stressed. But I just thought this has taken a long time to see a nodule on my thyroid. So then she said, well, if you'll just sit here or lay here, I'll go see the doctor. So she came back, she said, okay, you'll hear from, oh crap, I needed to get gas. I'll get it with mother. She said, okay, you'll hear from your doctor. And I said, well, can you tell me good news, bad news, anything? She said, I'm not allowed to say one way or the other. And I said, I need that. I just thought I'd test you and see. But anyway, we have a portal where we can talk back and forth with our doctors. So great. And I know it's so great for them and it's so great for us to get information. And he wrote me yesterday evening and said the ultrasound showed 2 small nodules that looked benign. and that we would ultrasound again in a year. Praise the Lord. These nodules, or nodule, was in my CAT scan from when I was in the hospital in July. And we wondered why they didn't tell me or do anything. Well, maybe they knew they were so small and, you know, no need bringing up since I was having the brain bleed issue going on. But so, praise the Lord for that good report. See the neurologist next Thursday, the 21st. Hoping I can get on some medication. I'm taking 800 milligram of ibuprofen and Tylenol. And you're like, Suzanne, that's not strong enough. I know that there's other pain medications that I could take, but really we need to get to the root of this. If it is the trigeminal neuralgia, which I really think it is, I think I've been experiencing a form of it for many years, because now what I'm feeling right now, I've had. And it's what is so weird. Okay, garbage truck, where are you going? What is so weird, I look back, I don't know if I told you all this or not, look back in some of my journals, and in February of 2014, without the facial pain, I was going through the headaches, the jaw pain, the cheek pain, and was going to the doctor, and even saw a different neurologist then. I don't remember what he said. I don't remember anything. Isn't that weird? But 2014 was a hard year. That was the last year that I worked. And I was very sick. I was very still reeling from my sister. And, you know, this Bible study that I'm doing, it talks about the trials and the temptation. It talks about the process, the whole process that we go through when we go through tests and trials and things in our life. And sometimes I'll read some of it and I'll think that doesn't apply to me. And then there's times like God will say, aha, you know, he'll give me that aha moment. When you read Job, it really puts into perspective your suffering, my suffering, what we've actually been through in comparison. And it's so weird the way that God talked to Satan and allowed him to try him. And God is God is God is God is God in every situation. I am a delayer of God helping me like he should, because I take so many things into my own hands. And this was the part that I shared last week with the Bible study group. I learned in my younger life, in my 20s and 30s, because I depended on my daddy so much to do so much for me around the house, and when things broke down and all that, I depended on him. He was gone when I was 27. So I didn't have that anymore. And so I really became a very independent woman, learning that I had to pretty much do everything. And so because of that independence, what I have drawn through this Bible study is that I quit depending on God for everything. Now, I'm not talking about grace, I'm not talking about salvation, I'm not talking about mercy. I'm talking about in the everyday aspects of life. I'm going up this driveway. That I quit depending on him and said, I got to do everything anyway. I'll do everything. And so that has been something that I'm not sure I've still broken away from. That's been hard for me to break. And I've got to learn at my age, never too old to learn. We never quit learning. But I've got to learn to be more dependent upon him. Nothing wrong with being a strong woman. I've raised a strong woman. I've been mothered by a strong woman. Boy, she's Johnny out the door today. So there's nothing wrong with that, but we have got to depend on God too. So hello Mary, Hello, Mary. Well, she looks kind of like The Walking Dead. Have you ever seen that show? The Walking Dead.
Huh?
The Walking Dead. Now you're gonna have to let that seat up because I've got it all back. I looked down and saw that black with the red polka dots, and I thought that was your socks.
God.
Hey, Mary.
Hello. And I'm going to be so nice today, you won't have to
You ain't gonna say
edit me one
You're
time.
not gonna say any cuss
The
words.
devil? No, I'm not. I said the devil. I didn't. Do I look all right
Well,
or I
the
look like a haint?
No, you look cute. The devil is in hell.
Well,
I was sharing something in Bible study the other night, and I asked before I said it, because you know we say things that sometimes we don't think about, and I said, "Is hell or high water bad to y'all?" Because I'm fixing to say it, and it means that neither hell nor high water is going to stop you.
Yeah,
so I don't think
that's
that's
what
bad, but you know, I just had to throw that out there to that spiritual group of women. Does hell and high water offend you? Come hell or high water, we've all been through hell.
hell and high water.
Hell and high water.
Those
So
bitches look slap dead, don't they?
now they're just fixing to branch out. Put your seatbelt on, Mary Faye.
Oh, I can't.
God
Don't
love
be calling
her.
me Mary Faye.
That's your name.
Well, I know, but Mom and Daddy should have named me just Faye.
Why? Then none of us would have been Marys. And how less complicated of life would that have been if my name had truly been Suzanne instead of
Like
Mary Reed?
Mama was Mary and Grandma was Mary.
You were
Ashley
Mary,
is Mary.
and then the book stops with Ashley. We couldn't name Riggs Mary Riggs.
No, he was not like that when he got big.
It'd be like that song, A Boy Named Sue. He'd kill everybody.
Oh, Lord.
Mary Reed, Mary Rhett. Oh gosh, y'all, Rhett is gonna be our farmer.
Yeah, but I'm so tickled.
Michael says when they go to Walmart now, he loves to go to the Home and Garden Center, but he planted tomatoes. He got some tomato plants from his other granddaddy last year, I think for his birthday, and so he had tomatoes, and oh, he was so excited. He loves turtles, he loves fish, he loves worms, and
He's a typical boy.
he wants to grow things. We bought him a terrarium. He's got that in his room. And so he told Michael out on the new property that he wants some apple trees, some I think he told Michael an orange tree, and Michael said, well, son, we can't plant orange trees up here. An apple tree, a pear tree. Oh, and he wants chickens on the new property.
Yeah,
which they've got enough room, so they'll probably get it. Oh, and he wants a rabbit, but he doesn't want to keep it in a cage.
Well, it'll run off.
Well, it'll get eat up. Y'all, this property is so desolate that there are bobcats and coyotes up there. And so Ashley is a little petrified. She's like, how am I going to let my boys out there to play if there's bobcats? And
Bobcats don't come out in the day.
oh, yes, they do. They've seen them on their property, the neighbor's house. And yeah, it's bad enough.
Well, that's
that they're
bad country up there, I can tell you. Some bad people.
Yeah, we know there used to be some chicken fights up there, didn't they?
Oh, my Lord.
And
yes.
if you're not from the South, you don't understand about chicken fights, but
That's
another form of gambling. It's like a casino machine, except they got chicken legs
I
on
can't
them.
imagine nobody trying to make two poor old chickens fight.
Well, I just think that's just cruel. And why didn't they put some of them heathen men out there and
They
let them
was probably
fight till
doing
one
their
day?
part of it, fighting
Probably.
and knocking and banging.
Well, how are you today?
Who, me?
Lady in red.
I feel just like I wore slap out, and I thought to myself, I don't feel like going. I said, if I don't get out there, I'll be croaked by morning.
Well, I didn't feel like going either.
But I
So
decided
we're
I was
pressing
going.
through, sister. We're pressing through.
I tell you what,
My headache and jaw ache is about a 7 today, so that's not really good. I've taken my Tylenol.
I've washed clothes and I've made beds and I've
You
done
put me to shame because I hadn't made my bed or washed clothes. So there, you feel better now?
I feel better, but that didn't help a lot. Because I remember most times when I used to didn't have time to make the darn beds.
She was going to go with me yesterday. I told him about the good results from my ultrasound, and knock another one off the list. We're gonna have a complete overhaul made here. John's gonna have a new model woman when we get through with me, I hope. And but I didn't even tell y'all where we're going. I gotta go get gas too, by the way. We are going to go see my Uncle Mitch and my Aunt Joyce. My Uncle Mitch is in the hospital, and there's just 3 left in this generation on my mama's side. And My Aunt Joyce is my mother's baby sister. She's 6 years younger than you, right?
10 years. Yeah.
6.
She was born.
You said when you was in the first grade.
First grade, yeah, that's right. Mhm.
Mother said she came home from school one day and there was Aunt Joyce. And she didn't know where she came from. They did not say the word expecting. They certainly
Lord,
did not
no.
say the word pregnant.
Exactly.
Nothing like that.
We thought they got them out from under a stump somewhere. That's how ignorant. That's why so
No
many
wonder.
girls got pregnant.
That's exactly what I was fixed to say. No wonder so many girls got pregnant because they're like, doing this won't get
Well, I
you.
didn't have no idea about getting pregnant because I didn't know what that thing was for, but exactly what I used it for.
My mother used to be, dates were just like crazy. She could tell you the date of every war. She could tell you the date every one of
I
her
remember the war was
siblings
better than I can the kids.
were born and everything. But dates have escaped her. And that's okay. Something has to escape at that age, doesn't it?
Certainly
You
does.
get so much knowledge up there, you have to let some things
So
out
I'd probably blow a gas.
so that you can keep other things in.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I can't even remember how I got to the bed or which bed I'm in. That's a joke because I know I'm in. But seriously, things do change as you get older.
They do. And that was one thing. I mean, up till just a few years ago, she could tell you dates like
And
this.
I kept writing and wrote everybody's names and everything. Of course, I probably got them stuck somewhere, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I've been meaning to share this story with them over and over.
With who?
With me. With
Well, I'm going to say them. Ain't no them in it. I thought I was going crazier than you are.
It's probably. Well, I got gas on my finger.
I was looking for a them.
Why'd they get gas on my finger?
Well,
Did I share with you the story about the man at the service, the other service station the other day?
me?
Did I share that with you?
I don't know.
Okay, I got to tell y'all this because I've been meaning to share it with you too. The other day, it was one of the bitterly cold days, and we have a little service station we come here a lot, and then there's one that's an old service station that some people took over. It only has like 2 pumps, and so if there's not anybody there, it's so convenient. I just pull off the side of the road and use it. So I'm standing there, and I decided not to get back in the car, even though it was very windy and very cold. I had on long sleeves and everything, but I'm standing there with my arms crossed and my legs, you know, just shaking, and it was cold. But I thought, I'm just going to stand here and tough it out. I'm weird because I'm so hot-natured. I kind of like some cold air sometimes. And so I'm standing there. Well, I see this guy pull up on the other side of the tank, and he... of the pump, I should say, and an older guy, and he's in one of those Ford, it's an SUV, it's the longer ones, I don't know what they're called. Well, I saw him, he was probably in his late 70s, I don't know, he might even been
And they're
older.
the most ignorant at the time.
So he gets out and he comes around the back, and I'm standing there, and he has on a big denim jacket, but it's got the fleece inside, like the heavy fleece. And he comes around the back of that truck, that SUV, pulls his jacket open where all the fleece is showing, and holds it up, and is walking straight toward me and says, "You need a better jacket, and I'm that jacket."
Oh my Lord!
I thought he walked right up to my body with that jacket open, and I thought, if you put that jacket around me and touch me, you're gonna be dead, because I'm fixing to kick you, knee you.
Right in his words.
I'm gonna knee you. And I was just standing there, and just the resilient woman in me, standing there with my arms crossed, I just looked him right in the face, and I told John, it was like, don't you dare touch me. Of course, he had to be 75, 80 years old. If he was a day, I mean, you know, if this was a good looking guy, it'd be different. If it was a good looking guy, it'd be different. It would be different. I still wouldn't want anybody touching me.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be running if he's
But old, let me just say old fart here, okay?
Yeah.
And I just looked at him, and this is kind of what I did. I kind of went, look like this mother. I kind of went, like
I did.
what do you think you're doing? And so then he saw that he wasn't getting anywhere. I mean, y'all, he's just right up against me. And I thought, if he gets any closer, I'm fixing to take this knee up, and I'm fixing to get him. And because I wasn't scared. I was disrespected, really, because I wasn't scared of him. I mean, I'm right there, you know, in a public place. And so then he turns and he goes back and he said, yeah, it's a cold day. And he said, and so he had something when he opened his gas tank, it had like a suction thing on it instead of a gas cap. He said, this is what you need. You don't have to mess with the gas cap. And I said, no, that's fine. My husband and I love this car. It's paid for and we love it. So we're fine. Like that. And he said, yeah, I bought this when I cashed out my 401k. And I thought, if you're trying to impress me with your 401k, forget it. And so I'm standing there and I'm still pumping gas, you know, and he's like, yeah, I did real good. I mean, real good cashing out my 401k.
He got much brains as a dad.
And then he said, until they hit me with that penalty, I think it was for non-payment on my loans on it. And I'm like, you are just a winner. You are just a hero. You are you really know all the right things to say and do to get a woman. I defaulted on my loan. I'm 80 years old. So I didn't say nothing else at that point. And then he said a few other things. So I get through pumping gas and I go in and there's a big mirror there that they can see who's pumping the gas. And I said, don't turn around abruptly, but turn around and see if you know that man out there. The woman turned around slowly. She said, oh my God, he's crazy. I said, obviously, he just tried to wrap me up in his jacket. And there was a guy standing there checking out. And he said, no, he didn't. I said, oh, yes, he did. He came at me and I pulled my vest open that I had on. I pulled it open. I said, he came at me just like this.
He was wanting something. He wouldn't know what to do with it.
He told me I needed a better jacket and he was the jacket. And that man said, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. So I told John, I said, you almost lost me today. I mean, I was so tempted.
Suzanne, that's bad as the time the little man come and asked me if I had a place to live. I had work that day, and I used to come by there in the evening and give me a bite to eat. And them little chairs they had on the side,
yeah,
those little one seats. Well, that's where I'd usually get. But he come over there, and he was over at that big table. It's like he called the liar's table.
Yeah.
And he come over there and he said, I just come over here to tell you, somebody evidently told him who I was. And he said, if you ain't got no place to live, you can sure come and stay at my house. And I looked at him and I said, well, mister, I said, that is the most nice thing I have ever heard in my life. But there's one thing about it, I don't need a place to live. I have a place to live.
He was just trying to be a good Christian, Mama. And then he said to her, and then what did he say to you about his room?
Oh, that I could sleep. I could have my own room if I wanted. Well, I'd rather. Well, I ain't gonna say what.
No, don't say that. I know exactly what you're saying.
I'd slept out in the barn before I slept. But I actually felt sorry for him. He was so ignorant.
Certainly didn't need no 80-year-old man helping me out at the gas tank the other days. From now on, I will wear a better jacket. The moral of this story is wear a great jacket so no man thinks he has to give you one. So that's funny. But anyway, I wanted to get this woman on here so y'all could see her. And got her out of the house and the sun is shining, and that is such a rarity. For the last few months, we've not had hardly any sunshine. We've had.
The person I've talked to in 3 days is the dog.
Well, I've talked to you. I talk to you every day.
I'm talking about it at the house. Me and that dog. We go down and around.
Well, I was there Sunday. This is only Tuesday. So. No, I wasn't there Sunday. I was there Saturday. We went and bought groceries Saturday.
In other words, I'm not pitiful.
You're not near as pitiful as you think you are.
I don't feel pitiful. I feel aggravated.
And just when you can't drive and most of your friends have gone on to be with the Lord.
They sure have, every one of them.
It's just a strange place to be, isn't it, Mama?
Sure is.
Strange place to be.
I don't have anybody to call and talk to.
No, and see, my aunt's been gone 3 years in June. She and Mother would talk number of times during the day.
About everybody,
everything, and they were confidants with each other. And I knew, and me and her daughters had talked about whichever one went first, the one left behind would have a hard time, and it's been Mother. So it's hard, you know, it's difficult. And Mother's the kind of person, she don't want to bother anybody.
Sure does.
She doesn't want to bother anybody. So it makes it hard. She
Well, I've always
thinks
done my
lots of
own-
times that she bothers me, but she's not. Because I want her to tell me when she needs something.
I've always done my own thing.
Been very independent.
I work.
I was talking about independent women before I picked you up. And well, I'm gonna get up here. I know this is already long enough. I just want y'all to see Mary Faye, aka MawMaw Luv. We'll talk to y'all later. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. I made a YouTube video out on the way out here. I told them I was coming to see them. Hey, hold on. I've got a very important question to ask. Listen to them. We can't get a word in edgewise, can we? Hey, I've got a very important question to ask this man. Hey, you tell my YouTubers who your favorite niece is. Tell them.
He may not be hearing you too good.
Who's your favorite niece?
Suzanne, go ahead and say it.
Just point. Just point. Ah, wait. There it is. There it is. I told him was coming to see you. This one right here is a character, and he's already told me he's getting ready to feel better to go home. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I know he wants to go home.
He does.
So where you get Mattie to be sick?
You what now? Yeah. Yeah, operation. Just make Joyce. What'd you just say about her?
She's not like the rest of them.
But you said she talks like what?
Her mouse.
A mouse. Well, that's better than being a blabbermouth, isn't it? Like me and her.
There's an old man that come to visit Papa every now and then. People did that a lot back in those days. It come a hailstorm that day. It was that thick. I don't know if I'd ever seen a hailstorm at that particular time. And that old man was talking about that was the worst hailstorm he'd ever seen. On them doorsteps it was that high.
Oh my word.
It was something else. Right there on that road. When I go up that road there, I can just see that.
I came home from school too.
Okay. What now, Mother?
One day I come home from school. I was in first grade. I think I had some shoes, but I ain't sure. Come home and there was this little funny looking rat. But I just got what she was, a little rat. And I thought, where in the name of God did Mama get her? And I tried to get Mama to tell me where she got her. Mama never would tell me where she got her.
She just showed up.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what they used to do
I
back then.
know.
They didn't want nobody to think they'd had a baby.
Much less
I
what
reckon
caused
they
it.
thought you found them in the
Hey,
woods.
much less what caused it. Were you a tiny baby?
Tiny, she wasn't bigger.
Well, I know, because she's always been so tiny.
Oh,
Yeah, she was so little.
You know how much you weighed?
I was the hardest one. Mama, I wouldn't eat. Mama had to raise. See, the rest of them ate, and I wouldn't eat good.
Yeah, she wouldn't eat.
Mama worried about me because of when she got to raise.
Do you remember how much you weighed? Did you know?
Maybe a little, maybe 6 pounds. I
Yeah.
don't know for sure.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been that much.
I
No,
thought
it could
she
probably
was a
what?
rat.
You thought she was a rat?
If you seen that picture of that little baby, that little boy laying there, and his little brother baby laying there doing it, and he's looking at him. That's probably what they did.
Probably.
See, I'd been in school. I didn't know Mama didn't mess around getting
And
married.
I asked Mother the other day, I said, did you not know Mama Rogers was pregnant? And she said, heavens no.
I didn't know what pregnant was.
Expecting.
I thought they just come out.